gals. So today we are going to be making an interactive notebook piece. So what you're going to need for this activity, you're going to need your number words and sets 0 to 5, this flower. Then you're going to need your journal. You're going to need your scissors. You're going to need a pencil, some crayons, and a glue stick. Those are all the supplies you're going to need. So we're going to start by tracing the numeral on each petal of the flower and then tracing the number word. And as we trace the number word, boys and girls, I want you to practice saying the letters and saying the word, because one of the things that we need to be able to do in this unit is to be able to not only recognize the symbol or the numeral here, but we also need to be able to recognize the number word. So I want you to take your pencil, make sure you have an appropriate pencil grip. And before I get started, I'm going to remind you, if this is going too fast for you, if you're having a hard time keeping up, you're going to use those two up and down lines that are parallel. That's called the pause button. And you're going to pause the video and take your time doing what you need to do so that you can do your work neatly. You can always rewind or pause any video that Mrs. Catania makes for you. Alright, so let's start with the number 0. So we're going to curve around and then come up to make the number 0. Now we're going to trace the number word. Z, E, R, O. That spells 0. Now I'm going to turn my paper, because when I write my numbers and my words, I want to be writing from top to bottom. I don't want to try to turn my hand. It's very difficult to do that. So I'm going to turn my paper. I'm going to start at the top and I'm going to come right down, and that is all to make the number 1. So now I'm going to trace the number word, and I'm going to say the letters O, N, E spells the word 1. Again, I'm going to turn my paper. I'm going to curve back and slide to the right to make the number 2. So then I'm going to trace it. T, W, O spells the word 2. Now the number 3, I'm going to have to turn it this way. We start at the top. Whenever we make numbers or letters, we always start at the top. Curve around and around again to make the number 3. Now I'm going to trace T, H, R, E. E spells 3. Alright, now I'm going to turn my paper again. We're going to do the number 4. Make an L, then come right down to make the number 4. So I'm going to curve back and make the letter F, O, U, R spells 4. Now we're going to do the number 5. Now this is the one that I like to say he has a big belly. So I come down, make a big old fat belly, and then add a hat. Number 5. F, I, V, E spells 5. Alright, now that we've traced all of the numerals, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the number words, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to take our crayons, and you're going to color in the petals, and you're going to color in this center part. Now boys and girls, I'm not going to color mine. I'm just going to explain to you the directions. So at this point, this is again the part where you're probably going to want to press the pause button. You're going to pause your video, and then you're going to go in and you're going to color all your petals, and you're going to color in the center of your flower, and you can color in the words that say I know my numbers 0 to 5. You're going to do that on your own right now. So again, press that pause button and pause the video so that you can color in your flower. And when you're done, you're going to press that triangle, the play button, so that you can start the video back up. Okay? Alright, now you should have paused and colored. Yours should be all nice and colored. Mine is not colored because I'm just modeling for you, but you're going to make sure you color yours. Now we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut our flowers out. Now this is kind of tricky because for this interactive notebook to work, we don't want to cut past this dotted line. So we're going to cut these black lines and we're going to stop every time we get to that dotted line. So watch what Mrs. Catania means. So I'm going to take my paper, I'm going to cut the petal. See, I'm going around the black, and I'm going to stop when I get to the dotted line. When I do the next one, I'm going to cut the petal. And then I'm going to stop right when I get to that dotted line. I'm going to do the next petal. And I'm going to stop when I get right to that dotted line. Now remember, if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video. Use that pause button to help you out so that you can take your time and do your job. It's okay. I've been cutting and coloring and writing for way more years than you, so I can do it pretty fast because I've been doing it for so long. I've practiced and I've practiced and I've practiced. And some of you have practiced, but not as many years as Mrs. Catania. So to get really good at cutting neatly and cutting fast, you just have to keep practicing. So if you are getting stuck, don't get upset. Take your time, press the pause button, and just go in and cut. Remember, we're going to stop. Every time we get to that dotted line, we're going to stop our scissors so that when we're done, that dotted line is still intact. But I should be able to take each petal and lift each petal up like that. Okay. Now we're also going to cut out this title here because this is going to show in our journal what we were working on. So we're going to cut on the dark black lines and cut across. Again, if I'm going too fast, just press the pause button. That's okay. Again, it's okay to take the pause button, use the pause button to help you. Alright, now next step. If you are not done cutting, you're going to pause your video right now. If you are done cutting, then you can follow me, and if you aren't, you're pressing the pause and then press play when you're done. Now I'm going to open up my journal. Now I showed you this during our group meet, but we're going to go one page at a time. So if there's something drawn on this page, I'm not going to be writing on that page. I'm going to turn the page. If there's something on that page, I'm not going to write on that page. I'm going to turn the page. I'm not going to take my journal and just open it up to the middle of my journal. I want to go one page at a time until I find the next blank page. So this page has writing, and this one has marker that bled through, so I'm going to start on this page. What you're going to do, you're going to take your glue stick. You're going to use your glue stick to put glue in the center circle where those dotted lines were, so like kind of around in the middle, like so. Okay, not on the petals, not on these outside parts, just the little piece in the middle. And then you're going to take your flower and you're going to glue it right there in the middle of your paper. And you're going to take the title of your page, of your interactive notebook page. You're going to put glue on it. Now I recommend boys and girls probably don't try to put glue on top of it when it's on top of the journal like Mrs. Catania just did. That was not a very wise decision because I might get glue all over my petals. So you're going to put your title at the top so that we know that this is the name of your interactive notebook for today. Okay? Alright, now if you did not complete that and you need more time, press pause. When you're done, you press the play button again. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to draw sets. Sets are objects. It's just pictures showing how many, showing the amount of the number. So if the number is 0 and I need to draw a set to show 0, I can draw nothing. I could draw something that's empty, like a fish bowl that doesn't have any fish. I can draw anything I want to show 0. Okay, I'm going to leave my 0 blank because 0 to me is nothing. So then I'm going to do the number 1. You can take your pencil, you can take your crayons, you can draw whatever set you want. So maybe I want to draw smiley face, 1 smiley face. Okay, and then I'm going to pick up number 2. I'm going to draw 2 hearts for there. 1, 2, and I'm actually going to use my crayons and I'm going to color them in and make them look pretty. But you're going to show me ways to make the number under each petal. Okay? So when you're all done, when I lift each petal, I should be able to see a set of objects showing me how many, how much that, how many objects would equal that same numeral or number word. Okay? All right, boys and girls, so you're going to continue on doing 4 and 5, and then when you're all done, you can take a picture and send me your awesome work. I hope you enjoyed making this interactive notebook. Can't wait to see all that you did. Happy learning!